You have made a fortress in the Underdark
Hello,
with
I can't see.
Astarion and other outcast vampire spawn.
Okay.
It is
W.
not civilized. It is not safe.
Can I
But
please
it is
see?
home. Few know how to find you, and most that do
Oh,
are
why'd you put me in
unwelcome.
this shit?
So when a message arrives addressed to you both, you fear the worst. Hunters, killers, tormentors. But you need not fear. This letter is an invitation.
Why'd you put me in this outfit?
And it comes from a friend. Written in a frail hand, it requests your presence at a gathering of your former allies. Those who stood with you against the Absolute. The journey to the surface is long and perilous. But you would not miss this for the world.
Why'd you put me in this suit? Withers!
Hi, Withers.
Oh, and Lizelle's got her projection because she can't be here physically. Willie Carlack, W. Damn, look at that. They're dripped out! Okay.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart.
No, so I'm not here.
In the
That's because I'm in a box somewhere in an alleyway. They didn't know where to send the letter.
Renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon, wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once
Is this
more.
the Act 1 camp? It is!
Yeah, see, that's why I wasn't there. I am here. That's why I say that's why I
Look
wasn't
at
there.
this place!
Remember the last time I heard the
Wait, this is so cool. This is a vibe.
There's a ditty worthy of a knee slap.
There's a face I know well indeed.
This is a vibe. Look at them. Look at them laying together, dude.
I'm glad for it.
They're laying together. Arian, Faye.
I'm flattered.
God, my inventory hasn't been this clear and fucking
With some of our erstwhile companions.
for a start.
I'm sure they've missed you.
Scratch! What?
There's something
What is
strange in
that?
your old
Where
friend's
did you
mouth.
get that?
What is it?
Where did you get this?
Scratch barks merrily in something like agreement. He seems excited in a way you recognize. He wants you to throw the object he's dropped. But it isn't a ball. It's the astral prism.
I'll throw the astral prism for you.
Alright, we throw on the astral prism.
He whines. Let's talk. More throw.
Okay, alright, fine.
Let's talk.
Let me give you pets.
Oh, also, I instantly, I don't know what suit they got me in, but it looked like the shit I came in, and shit I came in were rags. So, I switched out from that to my suit the second I had a chance.
Oh!
Because you do still have your old camp clothes.
You do? Wait, where's the astral prism? Still on the floor?
Yeah, I had to switch out instantly,
pick
because
it
that
up.
just wasn't gonna fit.
Okay, Scratch.
Alright, throw that shit.
Where's it at? Scratch! Get it, boy!
You know, I was gonna say, you know what? That's why I wasn't here. They couldn't. I was living in some box in some alleyway in Baldur's Gate. They couldn't find my PO box, so Withers didn't know where to send the letter.
No. Little owl bear.
He snaps the air and wiggles. He's either miming fighting a many-limbed creature or dancing. It's unclear.
No.
He is, however, exhausted. He's had plenty of adventures without you.
You know what? I feel like Shadowheart would love to take care of you.
The joy in the owlbear's
Well, he
eyes
seems
is
happy.
clear. He longs for a home and would love to stay with Shadowheart.
No. Shadowheart, you got a new pet! Shadowheart,
Yep.
look!
Starting to wonder if you'd show up.
I wasn't that late.
They certainly gave us some interesting fits.
Mine isn't too bad. At least they put darker colors on me.
Hilarious. You could find work as a jester if you stumble upon a noble with more gold than taste. Oh, come here, will you? It's been forever.
Hugs. W. I really do like the white hair on her, dude. Almost more than the black hair.
You feel a little more substantial than before. Less camping and scrounging off the land, I take it.
You call me chubby.
Yup.
Filled out and healthy is what I was going for. Don't tell me you miss living off whatever scraps we found in crates and barrels. I'm glad you seem well. Trudy.
Don't please say how long it's been,
Is
cause
that so? And what liberties did you decide to take exactly?
You have an owl bear.
The owlbear.
Mhm.
Of course I'll have him.
I knew you
If
would
he
like
wants
it.
to come with me, that is. I'd have offered sooner, but everything was a blur after the battle. I thought he'd gone to roam free. Are you sure he'd want to join? I'm not
Definitely.
exactly settled anywhere right now. It could be dangerous at times. All right then. It's settled. Oh, the things we'll get up to. Wandering, mostly. The adventuring life is almost a tonic when you're not constantly threatened by brain monsters and cultists. I can finally see the world beyond the cloister. One of my first stops was the House of the Moon in Waterdeep. It's the largest temple of Selûne in existence. It seemed like the perfect spot to reflect on my parents, on where they came from. And where I came from too, I suppose. Hard to imagine, isn't it? Me, of all people, in the lair of the Moon Witch herself. God, your truest act of heroism was putting up with all that char and drivel I was spouting for so long.
That was truly heroic.
And oh so modest. Well, I've had run-ins with my former fellow Sharans on a couple of occasions. Word seems to have spread of what happened at the cloister. Now other chapters of Shar worshippers see me as a prime target to offer up to their lady as a sacrifice.
Oh.
Don't worry. I know their tired old tricks better than anyone. They'll need more than a hooded cloak and poison blade to best me. Especially when I have a friend on the inside keeping me abreast of their predictable little plans. None other. The matter of her faith and allegiances remains complicated, let's say. But she is still my oldest friend. I have hopes that perhaps she might turn from Shar entirely given time. But that's a decision she will have to make for herself. If that day comes, I'll be ready. Must I? You presume a great deal. I'm joking. Of course I want to know. Tell me all.
Alright, pull some straight out your ass now, lady.
As am I. It's well deserved. And I dare anyone to argue otherwise. Hopefully, these meetups will become a regular occurrence. It's not that I miss the tadpoles, but at least it brought us together. Now we've got to make the extra effort ourselves. I'm sure we will, but let's be proactive about it all the same. We're more than capable. After all, we've faced down bigger threats than wrangling together a few social calendars. Don't be a stranger.
I gotta make sure I'm recording. I am. This is kind of a cool spot. Why didn't we have this before? Boats? Some freaking, you know, some booze. Will's over here. Also, look at him dripped out. Look at this drip.
There you are, my friend.
I like the armor.
Breathe deep. Can you smell it?
I don't think I'm gonna get this. I suck at my rolls. Oh, I did get it.
I only got it for once.
You take in every scent the night breeze carries. Sweet honeysuckle, tender violets, and an earthy fragrance you can't quite recognize.
Forest trees draped in moss. Bittersweet, smoky, and that faintest hint of vanilla. A far cry from the rancid Avernus heat that's been clogging my lungs. I swear, Karlach and I have felled enough Cambions to build a fortress with their horns. Who'd have thought that just one of those fiends held the key to escaping Avernus for good? One of them sported a map and some blueprints. If you want all the gory details, Karlach can fill you in. I've missed you too. The rush of battles we fought, the heart-to-hearts, the nights around the fire, the comfort of knowing I didn't face the unknown alone. If I had to do it all over again, and I'd rather not, to be clear, I can't imagine not having you at my side. I think the splinters I made out of the last bone devil I saw speak for themselves. Not to pat myself too hard on the back, but I'm not such a bad ranger if I do say so myself. I've seen him more than a few times, and he's as proud of me as I am of him. He's leading the city's renewal, opened the gates to all newcomers, rebuilt the council from scratch. And he's back in his element, commanding the Flaming Fist with brave heart and no shortage of empathy. The likes of Gortash can bend people's minds with a few chosen words. No tadpole needed. Bane's Chosen primed the Fist for a war they weren't meant to win. He convinced them there was an assassin hiding in every shadow, that cruelty was the correct answer to crisis. With a few exceptions, fathers pardoned every last fist. If my forgiveness not be Tyr's will, so be it. I shall forgive them all the same. His words, not mine. He still believes in the bow and the blade, but with Floric's help, he's teaching the Fist a new lesson. Valor is found not in the wounds you inflict, but in the lives that you have bettered. May they all take it to heart. Well, that's enough hell talk for the moment. The night's young. You shouldn't go wasting it. Or wasting any of the wine for that matter. I plan on downing half a bottle myself. Oh, did I say half a bottle? I meant half a dozen.
Okay, Will. Also, look at all the food. Where the fuck was all this shit? Huh? Nobody needed it. You guys just bringing this shit around now? Who's this?
Roxy, we had 19,000 gold last time
Shut
we
up.
checked. We probably have closer to.
By the living gods, I needed it.
Ah, breathe
Look
deep,
at Boo!
The smell of heroes sings from every stone in this place.
Sit on his shoulder.
To meet again where your journey began, my friend. An honor. For Minsk and his hamster both. Oh, and for Happy also.
Yes. Honored, of course.
See how your very presence snatches the breath from his chest? And it is no wonder. It is just this day that Happy learned of your legend, while we gazed down upon the very city you saved.
He dangled me from the high hall, upside down, for 2 hours.
The guild should not go creeping in high places if they do not have the stomach for them, hmm? It is well for Happy the strange portal appeared when it did. Minsk's arm was growing achesome. So I have. Though it is a peace made more from blade and boot than it is any sense of brotherhood. Nine
So not
Fingers forbade any looting of the Illithid's fleshy vessels. And so Minsk guards what remains of the battle site. Even from her. But where Minsk might once have thrown any sneaking scoundrels from the tower top, now I tell them of you. How you ruled the wickedness within. How they might do the same.
Yes, I'll rule it. I'll be better.
Happy?
No, of course. It is still for Boo to decide if they live or die.
Oh gods.
But enough, my friend! I cannot tell your tale if I do not know the whole of it. Minsk and Boo would know where you have been, what you have done. A powerful pairing. If love cannot cure a vampire, what can? Oh, Boo suggests a variety of arcane remedies, but love is the most potent, and by far the easiest to pronounce. Now, Halfling, Boo will not have you embarrassing him in front of his friends, so you ought to know the rest of the company you keep. Will Ravengard, the Blade of Frontiers, Devil-Horned and Angel-Hearted. Lae'zel of Creshkiller, true child of Gith,
Clear.
and
Not
true
killer.
friend to Boo. Though she will and say it is not so. Astarion, who is banished by the sun itself for fear his Spanish soul might outshine it. We visit him much down in the dark places, though he often moves his lair without remembering to tell Minsk where. Gale, the man who would be a god, but then thought better of it. Boo
Yeah, where the fuck
thinks
is
better of
Gale?
him
I
for
didn't
it
see him
too.
pull up. Did he
Shadowheart.
just die?
Two gods tugged at her
Yeah,
soul,
Gale's just
but
dead.
she managed to keep it all for herself in the end. Wait, Boo, did she do something with her hair? Halsin, Archdruid of Arch somewhere. He is a much better man than he smells. And there, the champion of the Hells herself. Karlach Demon's Bane, Devil's Bane, Merkul Ball and Bane.
Okay, man.
Once the guild is made of good names once more, Bull shall scratch the hells wide open and find a way to bring her back. And finally, Jahira. If this is a name you do not already know, then not even Boo can save you. Study them well, sneak thief, for the best among them will be a guide for your guild. Heroes who put the city before themselves, who never falter in their duty. And more than this, who never arrived to a party without even a gift for the host.
But wait!
Go, my friend. Be among our friends. There is much work yet to be done before this one is fit to join them.
Poor Happy. I think he's getting
Perhaps
bullied.
he wishes to live vicariously through the attendees' appetites.
Yeah, maybe.
Volo.
Ah, my dear friend, it's been an age, has it not? You're looking very well indeed. Our skeletal friend will be very pleased to see I found my way here, despite my invitation getting lost in the post.
I don't think you were.
You and Withers do not talking about your ass.
Always, my friend. But the villain I must needs slay today is my greatest yet. A deadline. You won't be surprised to find I'm soon to publish a little holiday read about our adventures together. I've gotten quite good at replicating your signature, so you needn't even bother with the release form. You might help me with the title, though. I'm considering The Hero and Me. What do you think? Me. It's all Volo as far as I'm concerned. Perhaps, once the manuscript is finished, you'd even be willing to write a foreword? Or better yet, I'll write a draft and you can just sign your name. Better still, I'll sign it for you.
Lord
Your success really has been wonderful for my reputation. But you mustn't let me hog your attention all night, my friend. You've many friends to chat to, and I'd love to listen in.
Oh, there's a Gale. He is here. Gale!
Well, well. Look what the Tressim dragged in. Professor Gale Decarius of Blackstaff Academy.
Oh?
Educator of the esteemed School of Illusion. A pleasure to remake your acquaintance.
Come here, Gale. I don't know when you're gonna die, so might as well get one in.
He's gonna die right now. We all blow up on the spot. We're all dead.
We
Well,
just
that
get
was
nude.
quite lovely.
Yeah, we're all
Pleased
dead.
to see me as I am you. I have to say, I'm quite grateful to just be Gale for the evening. I fear my students find me somewhat intimidating due to my explosive former reputation. I seem to put the fear of the gods into them. Or the fear of Mistra, to be more specific. She sought me out. Not long after, we went our separate ways, and assured me neither she nor the orb should pose me any threat in the future.
Wait, what? You're good?
Of course, it's still in there. A constant reminder of my former hubris. And a surprisingly effective means of keeping my more disobedient students in line. Perhaps a tad too effective.
I'll blow up, goddammit!
And most of my time trying to convince them how much fun the study of magic can be. But it'd be easier to crack a smile on an intellect devourer than some of my pupils.
God damn it, Jeremy, shut up or I'll blow the fuck up right now!
I did. But meeting you, traveling the strangest of roads together, I learned to see myself differently. See the weave differently. In fact, I've actually been considering writing down the story of our adventures. The true tale of our flawed but ultimately endearing troupe, and the trials and tribulations we overcame.
I hate
I can
trials.
hardly leave it to the likes of
You can leave that
Volo to
one
give a
out.
true account of our adventures. And no one would believe him if he did.
That odious man truly frizzles my whiskers. Long-haired miniature dragon, he calls me. Tressim is much less of a mouthful.
And what of you? What are you making of this newfound lease of life we earned? And I couldn't be happier for you. A fitting reward for the sacrifices you made in getting here. I've told my students plenty of tales about our escapades. You're something of a hero to them, you know? I'll be delighted to introduce you to my current cohort as a guest lecturer, perhaps. I'm sure they'll have plenty of questions for you.
I'm gonna get swarmed. Oh god. Yes, I will totally drag a story into it. Imagine him trying to teach kids, bro.
See, why not? Two heads are better than one. Unless you're dealing with an Etin. Of course, you'll be most welcome to stay with me in my tower. My apologies, Tara. That would be our tower.
There you go.
Gotta get it right,
Give
Gale.
us plenty of time to catch up on your adventures. I'm very curious to know what you've been up to these past months. But I suspect the telling of that tale would keep you tied to me all evening. So, in the spirit of selflessness, I encourage you to mix and mingle for now, with time enough to come.
Okay. Talk to Jay. Halson's booging!
You can make yourself presentable.
He got
when
too
you have
drunk.
in mind too. Ah, how nice to be understood again. I have spent the past months bickering with builders and bankers, all to restore the city exactly as it was. Same twisting alleys for purse pickers, same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon, same cisterns overflowing, huh? The upper city has been almost entirely rebuilt. That's where the gold is. Even the builder's scaffolds are cleared from the streets. No dust left to sneeze at. Baldurians simply get on with it. Stubbornness, civic spirit, plain stupidity. Perhaps all three. But nothing I will sniff at any longer. Harpers have come from half the world over to lend aid. Farmers, masons, healers. My own son, Jord, has been wooed to their ranks. Already he plans crop cycles in Worm's Crossing. Not so for my daughter. Ryan's rejoined the Flaming Fist. Temporarily, you understand. To organize the craftsmen. Though she spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing aid funds. They might learn a thing or two if they don't expel her. Again. I suppose I am. I tried to steer them clear of my life's work, but they have chosen it for themselves. There is still much to do. People to house. A Harper network to rebuild. I may have little love for this city, but so long as my family chooses to serve it, I can do no less. For all your travels, I hope you have arrived where you want to be. Home. Whatever that means to you.
Yeah.
Ah, sentiment. With the greatest affection, I can think of better ways to sour our stomachs. I must inspect the refreshments. You'll never know. Some ne'er-do-well might have tampered with the wine.
You would think someone of my vintage would be inured to the passage of time. Yet these past 6 months have seemed endless without your company. But now, our paths cross once more. Just as I hoped they would, more like. The Oak Father has been kind to me this past while. Yet I cannot forget the bond we all forged together. It is one that can weather any distance, any passage of time. I know it can, for I feel the longing for old friends in my heart each day. I always do. Should I ever decline, assume a doppelganger has taken my place.
Okay.
That was more than worth the wait.
Alright,
How thoughtless of me. Come here.
Oh, damn. This is a long one. Oh. Oh. Still going. Well, I guess after so long.
There it is. That is what I've been missing.
Aw.
Now, we have much to catch up on. Do not allow me to ramble on. I am eager to hear all you've been doing. In that case, very well. Our community grows rapidly. In 6 months, we have turned what was once a shadowy wasteland into a true home for all. In another 6 months, I would wager the scars of the past will be entirely invisible, even to those who remember them. The old masonry of Moonrise Towers and Rythwin have been repurposed into new homes, and the land is rich with harvests and bountiful trees. Nature and civilization are in harmony, stronger together. Ah, my greatest purpose and greatest reward. Those children have been through more than fate had any right to cast at them, and yet they go on as resilient as anything in nature. I impart what knowledge I can to them, yet, in truth, they teach me far more. The land we saved is theirs, and they will cherish it, I'm sure. Thaniel and Oliver shall never want for friends again. You are welcome whenever you like, and for however long you please. Now, please, tell me all, and spare no details. I shall not lie. I have an ulterior motive in wishing to hear all. It is the children, you see, my charges. Their appetite for bedtime tales is greater than I could ever have anticipated. Another story, Daddy Halsin. Another is the chorus that greets me each nightfall. They have all but exhausted my repertoire in but a few short months. No mean feat given the lifetime I have lived. I desperately need new material, please. My reputation is at stake. You would ask to be tucked in next. But whatever the intrepid adventurer needed, I would have been glad to provide. More than a few, I should think. At least I shall be equipped to explain the birds and the bees when the time comes. But I hope that time is quite a while off yet. I am all ears. Though I never cared for that phrase. A rather unsettling image.
Don't tell a story in that. He uses that a lot.
He is all ears.
I'm all pointy ears.
You have kept yourself busy. I expected no less, in truth. I shall be able to keep the children enthralled for a few more nights yet, thanks to you. And should you wish to retell of your exploits in person, well, I shall not object to a night off. Now, it would be cruel of me to hoard you all to myself for the evening, as much as I would like to. I shall leave you to the others for now, unless there was anything else. I spend half my days in ursine form. The children demand it. I had a score of them taking turns riding upon my back just days ago. I'm glad they are so comfortable with the Oakfather's creations. But they must learn that not all are as amiable as I am. A lesson for another time, though. They deserve some joy. As for roaming, that impulse has dwindled, I must admit. Perhaps because I have found where I am meant to be. On occasion, but I prefer not to interfere. Francesca of the High Forest is arch-druid now, and by all accounts, she has proven to be a steady and wise influence. Even Korga may yet find true balance.
This house, I swear.
Quite often. They come and go as they please, but with so many playmates to avail of, they are far from strangers. They ask after you often. What you did for them will never be forgotten. I can see it in the land all around me. But more importantly, I see it in their faces whenever they visit. To make a child smile is to dabble with the power of gods, as far as I'm concerned. As did I, but somehow I feel like I no longer need to roam. That I have found something worthy laying roots for. Amazing what can be discovered about oneself, even at a ripe old age. Of course.
Another hug. I didn't give this man enough attention throughout Act 3. After that scene. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, Helson's sucking you off for 5 minutes?
No, not. I don't know what you're talking about.
Nor would I.
I don't know what you're talking about, Deadpool. I don't know what you're talking about. When did that happen, Deadpool?
Well, based off what I heard from the game about 9 months ago. Better be careful, Hassel might be getting pregnant real soon. Might be giving birth.
Before you go, I have something for you. Just a little keepsake, really. Do you remember how I told you I like to whittle?
Oh.
I made this.
What'd you make us? Or what'd you make her?
Ducks are my favorite,
Wait,
but I thought they were particularly fitting in this case. They are migratory birds, of course, traveling far and wide with the turn of the seasons.
God, I could never do that, bro.
Yet, they always find their way back to where they belong. Just like old friends find themselves back in each other's company. Oh, I am well aware, trust me. Now, I've taken up enough of your time. Go on, enjoy the festivities.
Hey, let's go.
Cooking eats a beholder. What's cooking?
Garlac.
Oh shit.
Look at her drip.
Oh my god. He wasn't kidding. Withers, you mad bastard! You brought me back! Soldier. It's really you.
Aww.
I've missed you, man. Like I've really missed you.
Oh.
And you're so clean.
Oh, I fucking love you.
I'd say so. Can't think of who's been carrying your pack now that Kay's out of commission. Man, we had some good times. Wish Will and I had more time to reminisce, but surviving Avernus is just non-stop. Still, having him there has been incredible. You really can get through anything with someone you love at your side.
No.
Oh, but hey, guess what we found? Cambion dropped a map with directions and blueprints for Zariel's own private forge. A fucking forge! Our current plan is to get in, grab a smith, and force him to fix old Rusty. Or maybe give me a brand new model that can live outside of Avernus.
Hey?
You haven't seen the last of old Karlak yet, soldier. Trying not to count my owlbears before they've hatched. But the thought of coming back to Baldur's Gate keeps me going. Can I look you up when I'm out? Hey, that would be kind of fun, though. High stakes hide and seek. Honestly, I'd be curious to see if you could land a blow or two.
Okay.
Gods, is it good to see you again. To be here, together. Hard not to get used to it all over again. This won't be the last time. I promise.
Nah, hug. Let me hug her.
Look at this place. At us. This is the best party I've ever been to.
I love that she's just screaming the whole time. Damn it, I should have hugged her when I had the chance. I hate that. Why can't I choose to hug her after all that? Medora?
So, here we are. A gathering of allies at a cold campsite with no servants to attend us and few luxuries to enjoy.
Okay.
Oh, we could have been conquerors. We could have ruled these realms as gods. Do you
Okay,
ever
your
regret
point.
that we did not take control of the Netherbrain?
Nah, I'm good at it.
Nah.
True. But what better revenge could there be than enslaving the abomination that was the author of my torment? I shall not dwell on the past, though. The future is unwritten and rich with possibilities. I feared that returning to the Underdark as an apostate of Lolth would be an act of madness. Perhaps it was. If so, it is a madness that fits me well. Rebels swarm to my cause, and even if it takes centuries, I will reclaim my house in Menzoberranzan. And make the Spider Queen bleed. I would no more allow a god to shape my destiny than I would a pigeon.
Okay.
You may observe my works if you lack sufficient occupations of your own, but do not interfere. Unless you wish to learn how fleeting divinity can be.
I know.
I would
I know.
kill for a glass of Ulava wine.
I think she would have been nice to me if I had a higher approval with her. I just didn't get to know her a ton before the end of the game. You know what? Tara, come here.
Oh, right. You. Hello.
Hi.
Didn't you blow us up? Yeah.
Well, I had to check you were worthy of Gale's guardianship somehow. You passed, though by the breadth of a Tressim's feather. You helped Mr. Dacarios save Baldur's Gate from the Absolute, isn't that right?
You know, I'll be super nice to Gale, even though he wasn't there. But, you know, Gale and
That
W.
doesn't sound like him. But whichever way you want to remember it, well done, I suppose. You ought to come visit myself and Gale when you're able, if you can extract yourself from what I'm sure are very important responsibilities.
She hasn't left her house in weeks. It's just been her and started fucking all night.
Shut up, Deadpool! You live in a crate next to the house. Shut up! You don't hear shit.
Now your bitch ass saw the letter come by and you fucking snatched it up. You took both the bastards, didn't tell me. I just followed you here.
Took time out of my busy schedule to come to your party, didn't I? What greater show of respect could there be? Ta-ta, darling.
Bye, Tara. Lazo! Oh.
For 2 months I trained the Knights of the Comet. For 2 more I skewered Kithraki bellies. And for 2 more yet, I traveled through limbo. I never imagined we'd be standing toe-to-toe on this day, in this place. Nothing but allies, I always told myself. A necessary partnership. But in spite of every strained word, every barbed glance, seeing you brings me even more pleasure than taking a Royal Inquisitor's head. A bit. It's taken a dozen Gish's talents, a few stolen psi crystals, and 2 10 days of effort to conjure my projection. Worth it, I'd say. I miss this place. This... Faerun.
Faerun?
Shractalor. Let's say both. I can't imagine a greater pleasure than Vlaakith's unmaking. Shractalor is the capital of the Githzerai, an exiled people, once kin with mine until the madness of civil war ripped out one sky into 2. Our Gish sent word of the rebellion to their god king Zareth Minyaragith through the cosmos. He's agreed to parley. It's fallen to me to secure an alliance. Exactly the reaction I expected. My blade is keen as ever. But it was you who showed me that a proper victory doesn't always require a razor-sharp edge. Sometimes, a sincere plea is more persuasive than a dagger against the neck. Minyaragith is an ascetic. He reached out in good faith. This is his way. It is in this spirit that I must meet him. And if he refuses, I carry on. Gravity pulls me in but one direction. I am the comet. I will not rest until I burn Vlaakith's bones to ash and smash her phylactery to pieces. My people will be free.
I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet.
But you've heard that refrain before. Zealous, bossy, insistent. All part and parcel of my undeniable charm. Soon, when the comet has risen, when the Lich Queen has crumbled to dust, I miss this place. More to the point, I miss you.
No.
I wouldn't even deny it with Vlaakith's vorpal blade at my neck. Though, I'd rather it not come to that. Now go. mingle a bit. That's the word, right? Mingle.
Yeah.
I'll be back one day. The Overgod himself couldn't keep me away.
Finally, though. Okay, who else have we not talked to? Hey, what is up, everybody? So I had to put all of the grateful words, letters, into screenshots so you guys could read them instead of me reading them to you. It would have made the video over an hour long, and I can't do that because Share Factory doesn't allow you to render the video if it is over an hour long. It's super stupid. But these are all the screenshots of the letters. You can pause and read them or skip over them. Doesn't matter, but yeah. There you go. Who are you, sir?
I think I figured that out like the third episode.
Oh, hello. Let me guess, you've got some suggestions about the music choice. I find it hard to summon up the trademark pep these days. You have no idea who I am, do you? I thought Withers might have set the stage a little.
No.
I owe him a favor, one he is eternally invoking. I thought honoring the worthy was a fair price to pay for Withers to pull me out of the fugue plane. Alas, one purgatory to another. Perhaps I've not sufficiently explained my predicament. Before I was banished to the fugue plane, I had song prayers coming out the proverbial ears. Guess how many I get now? None. I'm washed up, I'm afraid.
I just want to get this roll. No. I cannot
Yeah,
get this
well.
roll. Oh wait, I have inspiration. I can't get this roll.
You know. You're bloody right. It is an honor. Finally. The scribe picks an adventurer of substance, of culture. What can I do you for?
No, now you're happy.
Your wish is my... etc. What song do you want? Fantastic idea. It'll suit the whole affair perfectly.
Okay. Let it cook.
Okay.
Sorry, and I talked to everyone.
And? How have our friends fared without us?
I'm glad. It would be so easy to go through everything we did and come out the other side bitter and twisted. But they deserve happiness. We all do. And I will forever be grateful to have found it with you.
Aw. Ugh. I only got one other hug this entire game from him. I want another one.
I do feel a little bad keeping you all to myself. After all, I get to see you every night. Go on, go mingle. Enjoy your time with the others. Bless them with your presence.
Oh.
I'll be here when you're ready. I'll always be here, my love.
Aw. But I already talked to everyone.
Yeah, and you'll probably be here long after she is too.
Yeah, I'm a croak.
Go on, talk to the others. We have forever after all.
I mean, I don't have forever, but you know.
This one night is like any other, and yet different. Thou art the savior of Baldur's Gate, until such time it requires saving again. How dost thou feel? I am pleased to hear it. The satisfaction of one's intention is, to my surprise, a rare accomplishment. Enjoy the revelry of the day. Thou deservest at least that much. What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen.
Okay.
You're in the video game. I got drunk for a little while.
The world restored.
I'm happy.
The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words.
You're in a video game.
It is over.
Oh.
For now.
Oh.
Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready. For thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving. To you.
Fucking W, bro. This game's great. This is all I'm gonna slave away. I'm telling you, 400 more hours. 400 more hours. More than 400 are gonna be sunken into this. That was such a W. It feels so weird to be done though. Like, it's kind of weird to be done with that playthrough. Time to go start up another one. Song. W game. I'm not even in the process of accepting that we just finished that right now. That's why I'm not as hyped as I would be, and I can't be loud. It's late, but that was so much fucking fun. So good. Final thoughts.